Happy 100 listens to us. Why don't we have more than that? I feel like should we say a few words? I don't know what to do.
Thank you.
Thank you to everyone who has listened and will listen, maybe, eventually. Do we have our picture? Okay. Can we blow it up?
Oh yeah, let's blow it.
1, 2. Blow it real good. And go. Yay!
How did I manage to get wax over here?
That was you.
That's what I said. What? Ugh, open your other ear, why don't you?
I really can't. How did I do that?
Here I am, being miserable again.
I'm a miserable human being.
I lost my dream house.
No.
I lost yet another dream house. And the killer part about it is I offered $40,000 over asking price. And they still went with another offer.
How much was the other offer?
I don't know the specifics of it, but it was cash. I'm 27. I am never going to have that kind of cash on me. So if that's the kind of people I'm competing against, I'm never going to get a freaking house. But then my realtor is just like, I've sold like 30-some houses and only 3 of them were cash. And it's just like, okay, but when the house is my dream house and it's getting swept up from under me before I even ever had it, I'm like, that hurts, that sucks. And I'm not happy.
Sorry.
So yeah. And the worst part about it was I put in my offer. Like, I gave my offer to my realtor on like Saturday or something, and then the last showings were on Sunday. And then they were only accepting offers until 7 p.m. on Sunday. So I was thinking maybe I'd find out Monday morning, sometime on Monday. No, I found out that night that I didn't get it. And the problem was that on Saturday night after I put in my offer, my cousin even told me, he went through the process not too long ago. And he told me, he was like, you just have to take your mind off it. You can't think about it. You'll run yourself crazy. And it's just, well, it's so true. So Saturday, all day, after work, I came home and I was on my phone. I was reading. I was just trying to take my mind off of it. But the problem was I was doing all of that from my curled up position on my couch, a little cocoon over there. And I was so focused on keeping my mind off of it that I forgot to think about literally anything else, including the fact that I haven't moved in hours. And I couldn't move after that. I was completely frozen. And then I hurt really, really bad to the point where I was like, I crawled into bed and I was like crying. I was like, I played myself on that one. So I went through all that misery just to turn around the next day to find out that I lost my dream house. And it was so perfect.
It was perfect.
It was perfect. It was had everything I wanted and more, and it was like decently priced too, but yeah. So, that's me being a whiny brat. But I got chicken salad and sauce. Every time I have orange juice, like without fail, my mom's always like, that just has so much sugar in it. And I'm like, I don't care. It's a healthy sugar. What else am I supposed to eat? You know, one minute you're like, you need to eat more fruit and be healthy. And then the minute I try fruit, and I'm like, there's so much sugar in it. Shut up.
Yeah,
Shut up.
fruit is sugar. So...
It's a natural healthy sugar, so shove it up your butt.
Also, who cares?
So I saw TikTok last night of this girl. She was just like, I prefer to stay fat. You know why? Because I'm looking in the bag, and a serving size of taquitos is poo.
Mm-hmm.
No thank you, I will stay fat. I'm like, yeah. I love the thing that's just like, serves family of 4. Guess I am a family of 4.
I don't live here.
Sorry. I should not eat right before. Oh, I think my orange juice addiction just kicked in. Did I tell a story about the fact about when I worked at DeFleece Brothers Pizza, and it was during my orange juice addiction phase, to the point where I was drinking it by the carton, and I ran out, and I had one of the delivery guys go to the store and get me another carton of orange juice while they were out on delivery.
Okay,
And
that's an issue.
I would bring a full-ass jug of orange juice and drink straight from it while I was at work.
What was that doing for you?
Making me extraordinarily happy. And I think it just reactivated. Because I'm about to chug this whole thing. It's so good.
It reactivated?
Yeah.
It's called a relapse.
It's only a relapse if you ever wanted to quit in the first place.
Why did you quit the first time?
It's one of those things. It's just like the obsession is real for a little while. Then peters off, and I take this back. I was at my family's house for our Sunday dinner, and the way the table is set up in the kitchen, my cousin was sitting right next to the fridge, and so I slid in my glass, and I was like, "Can you put some ice in this?" And he puts like 3 ice cubes in it, and I'm looking at him, and I'm just like, he's like, "Did you want more?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then he starts clicking, he puts like a couple more in, and I'm like, kid, keep going. And like, I want that sucker filled, man. I like my ice.
Mostly ice.
All ice.
A little bit of water. Water just fills in the gaps of where the ice is at.
Yep. So, my brother and I were in the living room one time, and he asked my mom if he could get him a glass of milk, and she comes back with it like two-thirds of the way filled, and he was so offended. He was like, "What is this nonsense? What are you talking about?" And then later, he wants more milk, and I'm just getting up to do something, so he asked me to grab him some more milk. So I grab him some more milk, bring it back, and he's like, "This is how you fill a glass, Mom."
Do you know, like, the, like, almond mom thing?
No.
Or it's just, like, either, like, your mom or someone you know's mom would, like, like, just won't eat, like, have, like, 1 almond for a snack. Like, that's the whole idea. I, like, had a family that I grew up with that was like that. And, like, if I wanted a snack, they had these little containers that were, like, this big, and they put, like, goldfish. I'm like, I'm starving. Or, like, if we had a glass of water, she'd be like, I'll fill it halfway, because that way if you spill it, it's half less of a mess to clean, or something stupid like that.
Oh my god.
I'm thirsty!
I used to have a babysitter that wouldn't let us have a drink until we were done eating.
What's
I hated that. I hated that dictator. Oh my god, me and my brother could not stand her. But yeah, she was like, if you have your drink, then you're not going to eat. You're going to fill up on your water. And I'm like, I'm choking to death.
I'm thirsty.
Give me my
That's
water.
what that's for.
Excuse me.
I hate that mentality of, like, finish your plate. It's so stupid.
And then I'm pretty sure it was her daughter, my babysitter's daughter, had a couple friends over. I'll never forget it. Me and my brother hated going over there because she was this little girl. She was such a bitch. And we were sitting downstairs in the basement kind of playroom area, and there was a couch there. Me and my brother were sitting on the couch not doing anything because every time we asked to, like, play, the little girl was like, no. And so we had to sit there and watch her and her friends play.
That's so mean.
Alright, let's get this party started. I've been going. I don't know if you're going yet, but...
No, I'm not. But here we go.
You got a whole lot of nonsense that
We don't have anything.
Yeah. No, actually, you know, something I did have planned because, like I said, I'm responsible. I started taking a list of things throughout my week that I kind of want to talk about. So I have, like, a little short list of things. And the number one thing, especially with you being on TikTok all the time.
All the time. Which...
wait a second. We've been going for... Okay. Hello. Welcome back to my aunt's attic.
Hello, welcome back.
Okay, moving on. So, I'm on TikTok a fair amount. You're on it all the freaking time. Literally every single time that I have been on, I get the notification, Mary Grace is on right now, come say hi, which I don't get, but okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry to all my friends who have me on TikTok. I know that it notifies a lot of my friends for some reason when I'm on, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't feel like TikTok is like a talking app. It's not. I'm not gonna come say hi to you. If I want to send you something, I will, but just to come over in my messages, I'll just text you. I'm not gonna go through TikTok and do it. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about is the fact that you know a little bit more about how TikTok works, right? What's the time limit that we're up to? It started at like 15 seconds or something. didn't it?
Oh, it's 10 minutes, I'm pretty sure.
I heard 10 minutes, and then I've also heard it's up to a half an hour in some ways. So please explain to me why the ever-loving frick we have part 1, part 2.
Go to part 2. That makes me want to actually kill myself.
Why are we sitting through 10 minutes of absolute nonsense, and then it cuts off before the actual point of a TikTok?
No, I hate when people are, like, doing, like, a makeup tutorial or a tutorial of some kind, and they are like, oh no, I'm gonna run out of time because they hit 30 seconds instead of 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Why don't you just make it 10 minutes in the first place?
Yeah.
Go to part 2. They do it on purpose.
And I promise you, if I see anywhere on a video that says part 1, part 2, I immediately skip it. I will not watch anything that has an automatic part 2 or anything. And then the things that enrages me is when it doesn't, like, noticeably say part 2, go to part 2 or anywhere. And then I sit through something and I don't even get to the point of it. I'm not looking for it. So,
well,
no.
They have the just watched button. I like that.
The what?
The just watched button. Like, so say you watch a video on your For You page.
Oh.
And then you hit the account and you can, like, it'll automatically scroll to wherever that video was.
Yeah.
I like that. I love the double speed feature.
Yeah, I would lose my mind if we didn't have that.
I use it on every video.
Me too. But the problem is, because of all these additional features, I think people have forgotten the fact that editing it's a thing. It's a skill, and it's something that you should be doing no matter what your video is. If I have to... The thing that killed me, and this is, like, it's a really lame example, but it's the perfect example. I saw a video of something that said the Texas heat or something lit a yard on fire just from the heat. And it was 10 minutes of just watching the fire creep across the yard.
I think I've seen that.
And then it said, like, wait till if something says wait till the end, I ain't doing it. Immediate skip. If things a part 2, immediate skip.
Skipping to the end.
Or I will like skip to the end to, you know, if I'm watching something and I can see that it's just kind of creeping along, I'm immediately skipping and trying to get to the point. Do that automatically. Skip the superfluous nonsense and get to the point. I feel like we need to get back to, like, the 15-second things, because that's when people were creative. They used the time wisely.
Let's go back to Vine. 6 seconds, max.
Please. Oh my god, Vine was...
Nobody deserves more than that amount of time to speak.
Vine was the most glorious thing. Like I said, it was just time well spent.
Because you only had 6 seconds. You had to make every second good. And now people...
yeah.
Well...
I've somehow gotten onto car crash TikTok.
Ooh, I love that. Or, like, angry drivers.
Yeah, I like it. But when I have to sit through 5 full minutes of you just driving down the street, what the frick? Edit it out! So, yeah. I'm not okay with the way the world is now.
I think what we're learning is that we just have short attention spans.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Am I recording? Yep.
It wouldn't have been my fault this time.
Can you imagine? I'm gonna turn my screen on. Welcome back to my aunt's attic.
Yeah, welcome back. Yeah.
What did you say?
I don't know. I gave up on it.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
How are you doing?
I'm unwell.
Let's talk about it.
We already did. The stress of house hunting is... I even texted my friend who I used to live with. It was a big, long story. It's not even a big deal. I think we're somewhat over it now. But we didn't get evicted from our apartment, but they needed it to...
I remember this.
Okay. So we lived in an apartment. We absolutely loved it. We were planning on staying there forever. Until the family of our landlord came and said, hey, we need this to be able to be closer to him, even though they lived right across the street.
But then they didn't end up actually moving in, right?
And
after you guys moved out?
Yeah. Till we already started looking and everything. The time between getting notified that we needed to leave and trying to find a new apartment was so unbelievably stressful. It really started to come between me, and she's like my best friend. It really started to come between us, like we were really at each other's throats trying to find another place, and it just was not going well, and we ended up going our separate ways. We're still, like, good friends, but because we went our separate ways. Had we kept trying to push to find a new apartment together, it probably would have ended up with one of us killing each other. Where was I going with this? I don't even remember.
The stress.
Oh, the stress of that is pretty much equivalent to what I'm going through right now. Because the problem is that, like, with the way the market is right now, you don't have time to think. Before, it used to be like, you look at a house, you really have time to, like, think about the pros and cons. You can have time to maybe try and picture yourself living there, kind of work your way up to wanting to live there. No.
The second it goes on the market, you have to have already made an offer.
Yeah. And I'm saying, like, things are sold within 1 to 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 days is pushing it even. And so you do not have time to, like, work yourself up to it. You have to pour everything you have into a house that you saw one time for 5 minutes. And so when you do that, at least for me, you kind of get attached to it real quick. And so when you don't get it, because the market is so freaking competitive, and again, I offered $40,000 over asking price. Still didn't get it. And it's just like, you pour everything you have into it, and then it's ripped away from you before you even had it.
It's a roller coaster, because you find it, and you get really excited, you think, and then just all the way back down.
In this house, I think my entire family was convinced I had it.
I was
so sure, you know, and I had, like, a night or two to, like, after my offer was put, like, I really thought it was mine. I had, like, a really good feeling about it. And yeah, nope. So it kind of pulled the rug out from under me. I'm still a little bit, like, everyone keeps saying, don't get discouraged, this is how it is. But I'm like, it's hard not to get a little discouraged when you only have so much to work with and you're fighting against so many people who have freaking cash offers or are in better positions to put more money down. You know, it's just, luckily, I'm completely dead inside. So if I actually had any full range of emotion, this would have hurt a hell of a lot more. But I am cold and dead-hearted, so it hurt for a few minutes, and I texted my brother 5 minutes later. I was like, okay, what about this house? We gotta move on.
That's good, I guess. Good for you that you're dead inside.
Yeah. Do you like pimple popping videos?
No, it grosses me out.
It grosses me out, but there's a fascination to it that I can't stop staring.
Well, there's so many factors that, like, go into it. Like, if the quality of the video, and, like, if they're wearing gloves. Like, if I feel like it's not professional, I don't like it.
I saw one guy who was doing it. He wouldn't get out of the way of the camera. His hands were covering the... I'm like, what is the point?
Ew, I don't want to think about it. Actually, I'm gonna gag.
Or ear cleaning videos.
Ew, no, I hate that.
I hate it. Like, I'll flip to it and I'll start cringing away from it, but then, like, out of the corner of my eye, I'll keep looking at it.
But see, like, if I feel like it's an at-home ear cleaning, that's not cool with me.
No, like the doctor
doing it, yes. But if it's an old person who's getting their ears cleaned,
Heary ears.
no.
Heary ears?
Because that stuff is disgusting and it's impacted and...
I saw someone cleaning out impacted ear, and it was wonderful. It was like an accordion-style sheet of earwax.
Ew! Stop! Oh, that's so gross.
I love it.
So my grandma has congestive heart failure.
I just got full-ass whiplash.
They think she's had 3 heart attacks in, like, the past couple months, but I guess she didn't know.
I'm so sorry.
It's alright. I think she's cool. I mean, they can't do anything.
I feel like that's a lie.
Well, they said, like, a stent wouldn't help. And then there's a procedure they could do, but it's high risk, so they're not going to do it.
Is it inappropriate to go, wah, wah, wah?
Wah, wah, wah.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's cool.
How's she feel about that? Does
Fine.
she think
She's
it's cool?
fine.
She's fine.
She's fine.
She's fine and dandy.
What else? What?
I don't need to laugh.
No,
But-
I was laughing about it yesterday.
No, my grandma used to live in Florida, but we moved her back. She's getting on in age. She's starting to forget things a little bit, but just whatever. And so my family wanted her moved back to Ohio with the rest of the family. And she wanted to be separate, though. She didn't want to... She kept saying she wanted her kids to not have to worry about her. She wanted to maintain some of her independence, but also not... I guess she felt like she didn't want to burden them with her presence, which was just silly. But that's what she wanted. And so they got her set up in another one of my aunt's houses or something. And within like 2 weeks of being back in Ohio, which she just kind of resigned herself to, she didn't want to, but, you know, to make her family happy, she moved back. Within like 2 weeks of being back, she fell and broke her ankle.
No!
And she had to have surgery and everything. And because of that, she had to move back into with my parents and everything. Just like, I mean, go big or go home. She really messed herself up. She had to have surgery and everything, but
Aww.
she had to resign herself to moving back, and then immediately has to be put back in to, you know, live with my family, which she did not want to do. I'm like, her family sucks. Oh my god.
That's so sad.
She's such a trooper, though. She's so freaking cute.
That's good.
She's such a saint, too.
Do you have-
like, you genuinely cannot find a more saint-like woman on the face of the earth. Like, she just... I don't know.
No, I know what you mean. That's this grandma that I'm talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have two?
Yeah.
Currently?
Grandmas. My one grandpa's dead.
I have no grandpa, two grandma. They're not together.
I was gonna say they should join forces.
No, so this grandma that I'm talking about is only like 84. But she's like mentally and physically so old. And she's been old. So I lived with her when I was a kid for a little bit while we were moving. And then she lived with us when I was a teenager while she was moving. And then we lived with her for a year 2 years ago.
You just can't get away from her.
So I know her very well. And she's so annoying. She's so sweet. Like, she's such a saint, but like, she could just talk on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And
Mine does the repetition.
yeah,
The repetition of stories, the repetition of asking you things.
the
No.
phrases.
It's the last time I went down, I was with her for Christmas, and she probably asked me 56 times, you know, just let me know what you want. Just let me know anything that you want, you can take. Just let me know. I'm like, I ran out of nice ways of saying, Grandma, I don't want your junk.
You know what, though? I will always take something from an old lady. If she says, take something from the house, I'll take it. I'll do it. If I like something, I'll be like, can I have this? Yep.
I don't like any of my grandma's stuff. Like,
This-
she just has junk. She has tchotchkes. She has knick-knack, paddywhack from the guy down the street. You know, it just...
No,
I don't want...
If I like something, I'll take it. I'll ask.
I straight up said, all I want is the pictures. She's got all those old pictures and everything back from the war,
Mhm.
you know, the extended family and everything. And I was like, I just want the pictures. I don't want your dolphin magnets that you got for, 26 cents. I don't want them.
That's fair.
My mom keeps guilt tripping me. She was like, Grandma's not going to be around forever. You should give her a call. And I'm like, the moment I get off this phone, I'm going to forget anybody else in the world exists. My grandmother included. And I'm sorry. I know I'm a cold-hearted crap of a person. I fully acknowledge that. She's like, you can sacrifice some of your time to talk to your grandma, let her ramble on about her knitting and just...
Yeah.
But no.
But I don't want to.
And my mom always manages to guilt trip me as I'm in the middle of something, like I'm getting ready for work. Like, even if I wanted to call Grandma right now, I can't. And then I go and I do my work, and then when I do have time, I have completely forgotten my grandmother exists. We should probably cut all of this out.
We're gonna
cut all of this
Then
out.
by we, I mean me.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say about my freaking grandma?
I really don't know. The moment we move away from this conversation,
Did you play
you'll
Pop
remember.
Tropica when you were a kid?
Come again?
Pop Tropica?
Come again?
Pop Tropica?
I feel like if we say this more times, I'm gonna finally...
Tropic. Pop Tropica?
No.
Pop Tropica.
No.
It's an online game.
No.
Ah, so fun. I just thought about it, I don't know why.
What kind of online game?
It's just like, there's little worlds that you like play and you finish them, and you have like a little guy and it runs around and like... So, my favorite one is the Time Tangled one. So, there's a world and you have to, like, basically fix it. There's a bunch of different ones, but the Time Tangled one is a world where the future is messed up. Here's a time machine. You have to go back to the past, fix it so that the future is fixed.
That sounds entirely too complicated.
So, you go through, like, famous, like, historical times and places, and, like, famous items have been misplaced into different times and places. So you have to go to this time period, find the first phonograph, and then bring it back to where it's actually supposed to be so the time all is correct again. It's so fun.
I don't play games that have more than 2 buttons.
There's
Like-
one button. You click and you drag. You go up and down.
Like Tiny Wings, where you push and it just goes down the hill. If it is more complicated
Oh,
than
you want to play
mind-numbing,
freaking Pong or whatever.
yeah. If it requires any sort of brain power, I ain't doing it.
So here's my jackpot of life. This is my goal.
Did you ever have Jumpstart?
No.
Like Jumpstart computer games?
No.
Oh, Jumpstart was the best. What were you saying?
I used to play, like I Spy on the computer.
Dude, those I Spy games were the best!
What do you call that? Look and Find?
Wait, no, the actual I Spy.
Yeah, but what do you call that? Because I had ones that weren't I Spy too.
No. The books, the I Spy books, like
Yeah.
the legitimate I Spy books, had computer games.
I know, I played them. But I'm saying I also had other ones that
Those
were...
don't count. Those are stupid. I'm talking about the I Spy, the actual I Spy games. I remember there was like the haunted house I Spy
Ooh.
game. Oh my god. We would fight over that freaking computer in 2nd grade. Oh my god, I loved it.
I was playing this one. It wasn't the I Spy, like, brand, but there was a mirror and they had, like, a mannequin and it was so freaky.
Oh my god.
They were so
I Spy
hard.
books.
Oh, I'm in the mood for that right now.
Me freaking too. We had kind of like I Spy, but even more, like the entire page was like a whole... there was Scooby-Doo. There was Powderpuff Girls. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My freaking TikTok profile picture's Powerpuff Girl.
Congratulations.
You have me on TikTok, you should know.
Yeah, I do. Yes. But what I'm saying is like these they were like I Spy books, so I will give it to you. Yeah.
That's
I miss
cool.
those. I love those. Every time we had library. Did you have library day?
Yeah.
I
We had
miss
library
day.
class. I feel like we had it like once maybe every other day.
What?
And maybe not.
We had library day, and it was always my favorite because you had the first section of the class was they were like the specials or whatever.
I miss having specials, bro.
Yeah. And you would have you had what? Music, gym, art, library. Library was always on Fridays. I remember that. What was
We didn't even have a gym in my school, and then there was a time we didn't have a gym teacher. So we did gym in our basement, but there was a time we didn't even have a teacher, so we just like go on computers.
What were they? What were the
Every
specials though? We
Thursday.
had one special every day. It was gym, art, music, library.
Recess.
No, recess was a different time. What was the fifth?
Computers?
Computer class. Computer was Computers.
Why don't
was
we
the special.
still have that?
Yeah. Oh, do you know Kid Picks?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I don't know. We had
The orig-
Tux.
No,
Tux
like
art.
the original Kid Picks before they started changing everything. Kid Picks, come on and play with Kid Picks. Oh my god!
I've seen
I
it.
loved
I've seen it.
I still to this day remember so vividly and clear the sound of what I called the Guppy shells.
What is it?
The Guppy shells. They were like these, like, at the bottom of the Kid Picks page, you had all your different stencils and all your different and you could choose, you could have bricks, you had logs, you had Guppy shells, you had money.
Did you have like bubbles, or,
Bubbles,
like,
you
rainbows?
had, you had all these different kind of things. The Guppy shells. I love them. They look like just like little rubber shiny shells. But when you put them on the stair,
That's fire. Oh, we
And
had one that
it
looked
was-
like toothpaste. Did you have a toothpaste?
that I didn't have.
It was like very 3D. Did you ever use the effect emboss? I don't know what that means, but it was so cool.
You had
We had
you had the
Tux.
later versions of
Tux
Kid Picks or
paint.
whatever. No, I'm talking about like straight out the factory Kid Picks.
I've never used actually Kid Picks. I've
Oh.
just used Tux Paint or like Windows.
You're missing out, man. Freaking Kid Picks. We would wait until the end of every computer class to be able to have like our 5 or 10 minutes of Kid Picks time. And the thing, we would have our races. We would have our like we would choose, like, me and the friend next to me would choose a different, I don't know, brush, I guess you would call them.
Mm.
I usually went for Guppy shells just because I loved the sound of them.
Do it again. Did you have a grass tool? We had a grass one. It was like...
I don't remember grass. I remember the money because it sounded like coins dropping on a table. when you would, and it was dollar bills and coins that would just kind of scatter across
That's
the
cool.
screen.
I didn't have that, and the rainbows was like.
Yeah, no. This is the logs sounded like logs clunking together.
I love a brick tool.
The brick
I love a brick tool.
Had the clang of bricks. Oh, it was so fabulous. I loved it so much.
Did it like, if you overlapped it, it would just like...
It would shift.
Oh!
Like the bricks.
Yeah.
You could see the color of the bricks would shift like you're laying more bricks over it or something.
That's cool. I think I could only lay like one layer. It would just fill in. It wouldn't let you overlap it.
Yeah, no, Guppy shells, you could layer it and layer in. Oh, it's so fabulous.
Should we pull up the sound effects?
I feel like, yeah. Here, let me
Here,
grab
I
my...
got it.
You got it?
Maybe.
Oh my god. I wonder if you can find the original Kid Pics, though, because, like I said, they changed different versions of it or whatever.
Okay, let me take this out of the case, actually. So I was gonna say, my jackpot in life, because I play Wii, I love the Wii.
I have Wii.
My goal in life is to find an old person who has like a bunch of Wii stuff for their grandkids. They don't know the value of it and they don't have anyone to give it to, so they just want to give it to me.
When I moved out of my last roommate's house or whatever, I had a yard sale to be able to purge.
I don't think I have YouTube.
And I do have a Wii, some games, the controller, whatever. But I hadn't used them in years. So I was planning on selling them. I did not realize the value of it. And so I just kind of sparingly put prices on things, posted a few pictures on Facebook just to get people to come. And I had multiple people text me or email me, DM me, whatever you want to say on Facebook, message me on Facebook and offer to buy it right there and then. Venmo me. And I had this one guy who was just like, I've been looking for stuff for my daughter. She's so excited. She's going to love this. Can I Venmo you right now? And I was like, well, I'm not out the house right now. I need to like look to see the prices and figure everything out. He was like, well, you have it listed for this. I can Venmo. He was badgering me about paying me so he could have this stuff for his daughter. He was one of those resellers. He just, and he comes and I'm like, everything was still reasonably priced. Like for a freaking Wii and the controllers and everything was reasonably priced, but they were reasonably priced at like a good selling point. So he comes, he looks at it, realizes he's not going to be able to get any extra money for it, not going to be able to resell it, and he leaves. I'm like, don't freaking lie to me like that. I was so irritated.
Yikes.
People are gross.
People are
using
gross.
Using an imaginary daughter to scalp this kind of stuff. Rude.
Is Kid Pics 2, is that going to work? Or
No.
Okay.
Kid Pics.
Did I say Kids Pics?
I don't know. Kid Pix. The spray paint. Let me see the screen of that. Oh my god! Kid Pics!
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Oh my god, I remember all those little icons along the side though.
Ew, it's too squeaky.
I want the Guppy shells!
We're gonna get there, aren't we?
I don't know. I want you to fast forward it though. Oh my god, the color palette.
I don't know what I'm... Here, I'll try to find it. Okay, we got a bunch of different colors.
The problem is I wish I knew like the
Oh,
actual...
you got emboss?
I don't know. Dude, it was 20 years ago.
That's emboss.
I don't think I've ever done that. I never did that with mine.
What is this?
Oh my god, yeah.
Undo? Where are the Guppy shells? Do they have a real name or?
I just called them Guppy shells. I don't know what they are.
Oh, don't want it.
Wow. Is this doing anything for you guys? No, I had Tux paint. I don't know what this is.
This video says Kid Pics is weird.
I saw that. Oh, I wish there was a word for these little shells.
There's the bricks. Oh my god, the bricks.
We gotta hear it. So this is...
Anything from...
So this is Kid Pics. Wow. I'm gonna hit this button.
Oh my god. Oh
Wow. That's cute.
Okay, I'm gonna turn on this volume real quick.
Abstract brushes, rainbow brushes, tools for creating anything from a stack.
I don't want to hear you talk. I want to hear the actual. This is stupid. Wait, did I miss the bricks too?
Oh, put that in the microphone.
Wait for it. Wait, I missed the bricks too. We gotta hear the bricks. Okay. Bricks. Bricks, baby.
Oops.
The clang of bricks.
That's crazy.
Do the what? The logs.
Kind of sounds like gunfire.
I'm thriving right now. The windows. I don't know why they.
Oh,
the windows. Oh, door. More doors. Shingles.
What do you need shingles for?
I don't know. I'm thriving so hard off of this. Random letters. Give me guppy shells. Where are they at? We're skipping. Balloons.
Ooh, I don't think I had balloons.
I had balloons. Dude, I'm gonna cry.
Now,
Blocks and
was Kid
shapes.
Picks free?
I don't believe so. Bugs. Next is gummy
hate
bears.
that.
I remember the gummy bears. Easter eggs.
Oh,
That's a beat, man. That's a bop.
I like that.
Eyeballs. Let me get ahead of here.
Do it again.
Oh my god, the guppy shells!
Wait, try to do that with your mouth.
Ew.
You know what it
Dude,
sounds
no.
like? It sounds
Wait.
like someone put a straw in slime and they blew.
Dude, it's so gross. I love it.
That is way grosser than I thought it was gonna be.
This is Christmas stuff.
Of course.
The money.
Oh.
Sounds like coins being dropped.
Was that a stapler?
More balloons, but in a different way. Oh my god, bubbles. Okay, we have to stop. I could do this all day.
That was so gross.
I love the guppy shells.
Okay, let me show you some from Tux. I don't think they're nearly as good, but let's see what we have. Oh, it's just the sounds. Hold on, I need visuals. Alright, let's do all magic tools. Wow, I don't know what that is.
That was boring and complicated. Kid Picks
I don't know
was...
what's happening here. Oh, see? This was my bricks. Here we go.
boring. Look how much more fun mine is.
Smaller bricks?
Look at that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's trippy.
And it layers everything, and it's just, I love it. I can't believe I found the guppy shells. Oh my god, that's a throwback.
Ooh, I don't have that. Confetti.
That's not confetti. I think objectively,
Ooh, fisheye.
Objectively, we can say Kid Picks was so much better than whatever that
See?
is.
Emboss.
Lame.
This is what I had. What do
That
you want
sucks
from
for
me?
you.
It was free, so...
God, I freaking love Kid Picks so much.
Flowers. Man, I
My
wanna
love
make
for
some
Kid Picks
art
and just
now.
fill it. We, like I said, we would have races to fill the screen with whatever our chosen paint was. I took that love of filling nonsense into other realms of my life. Paint on just the regular Paint app or whatever on computer. I would just sit there
And fill it in?
I would fill it in, but what I would do, I would zoom in, way in on the screen, so you're
so
only
it was
seeing...
1 pixel at a time?
Yeah, I would
Wow.
fill in like one thing at a time, and I would shuffle over, and I would just keep going for like hours until I filled up the whole page once I zoomed out.
Did you have a DS?
No. I had a Game Boy Color,
I don't even
and
know
I
what
had
that
one
is.
game on it, Toy Story. Could never beat it. Never. I had a Game Boy Color, though.
I love Wii. I just bought a new old game because I had a game and it got all scratched up and it didn't work anymore, so I bought a new one.
I do. I have Wii still. It's in my basement. But like I said, I haven't used it in so long. I asked my brother if he wanted it for my nephew, and he's like, no. And I'm like, okay, well, then I'll sell it at the yard sale. Didn't end up getting... I wasn't going to drop the price. I had it listed for... It was... The Wii is in perfect condition. I had it listed for $50 and nobody was taking it, so I'm like, I'm not going to drop the price on this thing.
That's
like,
a good price.
Yeah.
Because I go for like 100.
Yeah. So nobody took it, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna keep it, and maybe if I ever have kids, then they'll use it. Maybe I'll get back into it. I had all the Just Dances, not all of them. I had like 3 Just Dances.
I love Just Dance. I just bought Wii Play again. I love that one.
I liked the Wii Resort. I liked flying
Wii Sports
the plane.
Resort?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that freaking Motion Plus, bro, drives me... It's literally the bate of my existence.
What are you talking about?
The Motion Plus.
I don't have that.
You have to for Wii Sports Resort.
What?
Wii Sports Resort. You have to have a...
I love that you just keep repeating stuff.
The game that you just said. You have to have that either the attachment or you have to have a special remote for it.
Oh, I thought you meant the thing on the
No.
floor.
The Wii Motion Plus.
Well, I didn't know.
That's the thing.
The nunchuck?
No! The freaking... It's a little square that goes in the bottom.
Oh, I do have that.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You just said. I love Wii Sports Resort.
Should
there's a new one.
I bust mine out? We could have...
You should just give it to me. I mean, yeah, bust it
I
out.
don't know about that. I mean, if you already have one, I don't know what a duplicate would do.
The games. They're so expensive.
What games do you have? You want to do a trade?
No.
No?
Maybe I'll buy them off you depending where you have, but I probably have all the ones that you have. What I want is, have you ever played Wii Party?
Maybe. Yes. Yes.
There's a new one for the Wii U, which is what I have.
What happened to Guitar Hero? Guitar Hero was my freaking jam.
I've never played it. I couldn't. I'd be so bad at it.
I'm terrible at it. I can never go over medium because that's the 4. Hard goes up to 5 buttons, and I can't do that. I can't. And when I first started playing Guitar Hero, I would have to, instead of having the guitar strapped around you like a normal guitar, I'd have to sit and play it like electric guitar and have the key. I'd have to play
Like a piano?
like a piano. I'd have to play it like that on my lap.
Why not?
Because I couldn't get I couldn't do my fingers wrapped around
I can't
the
do
neck
that.
like that.
How do people play guitar? God bless.
Yeah.
I can't.
My dad wanted to play guitar, and he bought a guitar and played it 2 seconds and realized that the strings were going to bust up his fingers
Mhm.
too bad. He couldn't do it.
You could probably get little things for your fingers, right? Or no?
It was because the way his hands are,
Hmm.
because of work, they're so calloused that if he were to do anything like that, they would split.
Oh.
And so it's not working them up to get calluses. It's he would split his calluses, and
Right.
he can't do that. He literally super glues his fingertips together, the skin of his fingertips. There's skin glue. You know that? Yeah. He uses like liquid skin to glue his fingertips back together because they split so bad.
Gross. I had a banjo for a long time. And then my dad was like, could my buddy borrow this? He's like,
Aw.
he's got a party with his friends and he wants to play for them. And I was like, yeah.
Never saw it again.
It's been like 6 years.
Oh no. Oh, I got my book back from my friend.
Whoa.
Yeah, the book that I was
Good.
telling you that you might like. I tell you I love you, but then I'd have to kill you. That was the name of the book I was trying to remember that I couldn't remember. There it is. If you want it, you can borrow it.
I would,
On pain of death if I don't get it back.
You would get it back. I might not have read it though.
That's my friend gave it back to me. I know she didn't read it.
No. I can't read. I can't do it. I don't know
You
how-
can. Like I said, this is the book I abandoned at 70%, and it took me like a long time to even get that far in it.
But how long?
Days.
Wow.
For me, I can polish off a book, and this is only...
I'm saying wow so sarcastically. It takes me literally months.
That's fine. This is only 373 pages. I could bust this out in like 4 hours, and it took me days upon days to even get 70% of the way in. And it was so freaking boring. I was like, why am I bothering with this?
Doesn't it make you sleepy though?
No.
Okay.
This book over there, Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan, I read that in one sitting. It's over 500 some pages long. Because I couldn't go to sleep. Because of the anxiety that it gave me.
I don't
I
have
had to
that
finish
problem. I can go to sleep at any time, anywhere.
Yeah. I did when I was on the PAMP, but
Get back on.
I might. It's so bad for you.
Relapse.
It literally says not to use for pain lasting more than a few days or something, and I'm like, kind of can't use that every night then.
No.
But
Just take it a few days at a time.
one day at a time.
One day at a time.
Step by step, day by day. I don't know the rest. What else is on? Oh, okay. I already talked about the fact that another one of my dream homes bit the dust.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, since we were talking about the fun of childhood, do you remember like the static on TVs?
Yeah. You
Like
can
the
touch it.
inch thick.
I like it.
I loved it, and then you could like
Feel it. And
you
it go
could paint. You could paint away with it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I don't know if I ever did that.
Like if you have a big enough hiccup. If you have a big enough screen, just like using one finger, you could kind of like paint a path in the static and get rid of it, and then you could kind of feel where the static was and was not.
That's cool. I never had to do that.
I used to do feel like handprints on the get rid of the static with my hand. Like
I
it was
used
so
to
much
get
fun.
not electrocuted. I always use that term wrong. I used to get shocked so many times when I was a kid. I haven't been shocked in so long. Because did you have a trampoline?
I didn't, but friends did.
And you would get blasted with electricity, bro. It was so fun.
You ever pinch your skin in those springs?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Well, we had a really nice trampoline. We had the net around, everything. But there was like a 3-inch slice in the middle of the trampoline. So you would just be bouncing and all of a sudden your foot would get stuck in it and you would just slam right back down. Gravity would take a hold. But
As
other than
it
that-
does. Oh my god.
But yeah, I love touching the static and hearing it like crinkle.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yep. And then having like the imprint of whatever you last watched be burnt into the screen for a little while.
That
until
made me
it
so
faded.
anxious because my dad would always like be like, "Don't leave the TV on. You're gonna ruin it." Da da da.
Yeah. Or like when you pause a movie or something and turn it off and you can see the outline of it. So I would always get in trouble because those TVs, if you got really, really, really close to them, you could see the red, white, or the red, yellow, and blue pixels of it. I'd get like literally my eyeball against the screen to see it. My mom's always yelling at me, and you're gonna ruin your eyes. I do. I ruined my eyes. I don't know if it's because of that,
did.
but I actually. Oh, speaking of ruining my eyes, can't find my glasses. Lost those. I couldn't find them this morning because I didn't have my glasses to find my glasses. So I had to put my contacts in.
I can help you look.
I have literally no idea what happened to them.
You know Ray Charles?
Ray Charles. Yeah.
He started The Sun. That's why I went blind.
Did he really? I didn't know that.
I read his book when I was a kid. Do you know about him?
Do I know who Ray Charles
Like,
is?
do you know about him?
In what sense of the word?
Like, about his life?
No.
Like, he was a kid. I thought, like, everyone thinks he was born blind. He was not. He would, like, lay on the ground and stare at the sun for hours. And so him and his brother were little kids. And his mom had, like, a wash tub outside. And his brother was, like, playing on the edge of it, and he fell in. And Ray Charles watched his brother drown and die. Because he couldn't help him. He was too little.
Brutal.
Yeah, it's so sad. I did a project on him when I was in 2nd grade.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know the rumors about Phil Collins' song?
What about it?
that it was like this weird rumor that got around that it was because he went to the lake and he saw someone drown, and then he came up with a song In the Air to memorialize that incident, and he was just like, what are you talking about?
That's so funny.
No.
Do you know Jason Mraz?
I heard the name, can't think the
Like the
face.
song like I'm yours.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's on Dancing with the Stars. He's amazing at dancing. I'm so
Congratulations,
impressed.
Jason Mraz.
I was not expecting it from him, and he's such a dorky looking guy. Look, I gotta show you. But he's like slaying.
Slay, King, slay.
I love Dancing with the Stars.
I haven't watched any sort of TV in so long.
Like, look at this guy.
He is not at all what I thought he looked like.
No.
You know what he looks like?
What?
The squirrel from Ice Age. He's got a squirrely...
That's brutal.
He's got a squirrely look to him.
That's brutal. But he's killing it on Dancing with the Stars right now. I'm rooting for him.
You see the video of the iceberg, or not the iceberg, but the glacier that broke off? Oh my god. I forget where it was, but the front edge of a glacier ended up breaking off. And the way you think it's gonna collapse, down and into, no, it broke off and then tipped backward technically, and then the bottom of the glacier huge, dude.
Tip of the iceberg.
So the bottom of the glacier came up and flipped around, and it's like a deep, just beautiful, dark, deep blue color, and it came, and it's just you see the top of these glaciers, and they're freaking huge, but then did not even realize how freaking huge they are going down, and they are it was so freaking cool to watch.
That's cool.
I saw a picture recently of the iceberg that murdered the Titanic.
They have it?
They had a picture of it.
Wait, how?
I don't know if it was legitimate or not, but I saw it.
Do they have cameras in? Yeah. Did they?
Girl, they had cameras in the 1800s.
Isn't that when it was? Oh, it was 1900s.
1912, babe.
Oh, that's right.
1912.
My bad. There's no voice recordings of Abraham Lincoln.
Okay.
So sad. But in every movie, he sounds the same.
I heard that he actually had quite a high, nasally voice.
Imagine. I feel like in every movie, they make him sound exactly the same.
I think that dinosaurs squawk like chickens.
He always sounds exactly the same, so I was like, they must have some sort of recording of him to base this off of. They don't. The phonograph was invented 4 years after he died or something like that.
I think dinosaurs squawked like chickens.
Maybe.
Because we always have them roaring. But who says they have to roar? I think they probably squawk like chickens.
Have you seen those memes where it's the History Channel and they're like, we've taken King Tut's vocal cords and we're able to produce what he might have sounded like, and then someone will edit it and they'll be like, here's the recording, and it's just, or something, or anything. It's so stupid, but it'll be like, here's what we think dinosaurs sounded like, and it's just, I love that.
I liked the one I just thought is putting together dinosaurs, it's all guesswork. Mm-hmm. So who are we to say that they're these muscular, bulky lizard things instead of these giant fluffy birds? And it's just
have you seen that meme where it's just a dinosaur you normally see it, just skin, but then it just has a wig?
Yeah, yep. No, have you seen the other way around? Have you seen that if you take animal skeletons today, of an orangutan or something, and you do what we do to dinosaur bones and kind of do guesswork on what they look like, freaky looking things. Mm-hmm. Un-okay freaky looking things. And that's exactly what we're doing though. So our image of dinosaurs is probably so incorrect.
Yeah. Because
what an orangutan skeleton would look like is so disturbing if it wasn't a fluffy monkey.
I hate monkeys.
Really?
Hate them.
I like some kind of, capuchin monkeys. I love the capuchin monkeys. They'll rip your face off, but...
Yeah, that's why I don't like that.
Yeah. That's how I feel about pandas.
Interesting.
Something that cute has no right. It has no right to be that cute and be an absolute terror the
Even
way
like
it is.
red pandas.
Red pandas are the most precious things on earth.
They're cute.
Quokkas.
Is that like a?
Do you not know what a quokka
I know what it
is?
is. No, I know what it is
The happiest
because I've seen a video of Robert
Robert Irwin.
Irwin with one
Yes.
recently,
Yes.
and it was so friendly.
cute.
They're kind of like wombats, right? It's kind of similar. Or am I
Have you
thinking
ever
of
seen
something
a
else?
No, dude. A wombat?
Am I thinking of something different?
I think you're thinking of something different.
I've seen a video of him with one recently, but I don't remember what it looked like. Wombats are cute.
Am I thinking of something
You're thinking
different?
of the wrong thing. Hold on.
You know what I'm thinking of?
Go
A
ahead.
capybara.
Capybara. Those are kind of ugly.
Those are the largest rodents in the world.
They're the what?
Yeah, on the world.
Oh! That first image was not good.
Of what?
This wombat.
A dango, wait your baby.
They're just like these little...
That's a wombat?
Yeah.
That looks like a quokka.
They might be the same thing.
No, they're not.
Okay.
Sorry.
How do you spell quokka?
Quo.
Oh, I got it. Oh, very similar. Yeah, that's why I thought it was the same thing.
Then maybe I'm thinking of a Tasmanian
No, they're
devil.
different. They're different, but they're kind of similar.
Look how cute it is! Look up a Tasmanian devil.
Okay.
And actually, that's a incredible segue into a few of the
Ooh.
facts that I have for today. Yeah,
it
those
looks like a
things-
bat.
Those
bear.
things will burrow through your intestines. Those things
Awesome.
will rip you to shreds.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, those are terrifying. No, so Tasmania. Ooh, do I have my facts wrong? I think it's Tasmania has the cleanest air in the world.
Their ears are kind of cute though. They're so red. Look at how cute that is. Look at.
I'll give it to you. The hair are cute. Tasmania has the. So I have a few facts for today that we're going to lead into it because that actually is perfect. To celebrate our Canadian, Australian, and Costa Rican listeners, I've got a few facts. And I think one of them, I don't know if I have it listed here, but Tasmania has the cleanest air in the world.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Where even is that?
It's it's around Australia.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, that's a question I'll ask you later.
Welcome back to my attic.
So, Australia has over 60 separate wine regions. So, for all you lushes out there, hit up Australia. Also, the Australian Alps get more snow than the Swiss Alps. Australia
Intrigue.
is just not a type of place that I picture snow, but yeah, they get more snow than the Swiss Alps. And this is according to travelnation.co.uk. So,
Obviously reputable.
obviously. So there's Australia for you. From a couple fun facts. Now for Costa Rica, I actually really dig this. I'm gonna go now. Most of Costa Rica's energy comes from renewable sources. Where is it at? Almost all of its energy comes from renewable resources. This massive 98.1% by 2016. They were regarded as the greenest country in the world in 2009 and want to be carbon neutral by 2021.
Wow.
So that's awesome. And they also have, English is not my thing today, and I'm so sorry. Anybody who's listening to this, I apologize profusely. I just need to not ever be in existence again. So I said it again. More of Costa Rica is made up of national parks than any other country, and they boast almost a 0% rate of deforestation.
Wow.
So kudos to Costa Rica for being so freaking cool.
Let's go there.
Also, I read, and I might pronounce this wrong. Costa Ricans are not called Costa Ricans locally. Locals call them Ticos.
Ticos.
They're called Ticos.
We love you, Ticos. Thanks for listening.
And then for our Canadian listeners out there, Toronto is Canada's largest city, and it's known as being the most multicultural city on Earth.
Wow.
So that's pretty freaking cool. Get it.
Get it? You guys are all better than us.
Prince Edward Island is Canada's smallest province, and it's only 225 kilometers long and 56 kilometers wide. It's a great island to bike and is home to beautiful red sandy beaches. And this is according to mustdocanada.com. But side note, not on the website, Prince Edward Island is home to some of my favorite books, the Anne of Green Gables series. That takes place on Prince Edward Island.
Shout out.
Yeah, I love those books. They are the best smelling books I have as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then the Costa Rican facts I got from theworldpursuit.com. So if they're wrong, don't blame me. There you go.
Yay.
There's your facts of the day.
Thank you, listeners.
We appreciate it. We do have over 100 listens.
102.
Yeah. With, how many episodes?
Like 18 or 17.
So it's a little sad, but
I think today's 17 or 18, yeah.
it's fine.
We'll climb the ranks.
Um,
Gotta start somewhere.
what else do I have on my list?
I don't know.
What time are we at?
59.
Except I have a whole lot more.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But
So,
I'm gonna have to chunk it out.
yeah, those are just gonna be. Also, just a random note, because I have random notes listed here for things that have happened throughout the week, and we're just kind of going through them. So remember, you were making fun of my pumpkin sauce? Or you weren't making fun of it, maybe. Maybe someone else was. I got my pumpkin sauce. It's delicious.
Wait, I don't know what we're talking about, I don't think.
So when I make my chai tea,
Oh!
instead of buying Starbucks' crazy expensive pumpkin chai lattes,
Mm-hmm.
I decided to do it at home, and I bought pumpkin sauce. It's not syrup, it's sauce, which is the sauce is much thicker and more flavorful than a syrup. So I got pumpkin sauce, and I put it in my chai. It's delicious. I got it off Amazon. It's Da Vinci pumpkin pie sauce, folks, if you ever want to try it. And then Oregon chai concentrate, all off Amazon. And then, do one part the chai concentrate, and I do oat milk. I like the taste of oat milk better with chai. There you go.
That's great.
Perfect at home money saving tips and tricks.
Love money saving.
Just
What's the
wanted to-
cheapest thing you've ever done?
What?
Like, what's the most, cheap thing you've ever done?
Like, just backwards.
Like, trying to
kinda
save money.
Oh, I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Me too.
We're gonna, you know what? We're gonna
I feel
save
like
that
this
for
is a good
next week.
question.
That's
Okay.
gonna be. Yeah. Next week we're gonna talk about all the ass backward things we do.
Because we live in America. It's not our fault.
We have to do what you have to do.
Gotta do.
I think I covered everything other than also screw Oprah Winfrey and all her associates.
Because she burnt that place or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, she
So-
did.
And the fact that we're not actually talking about the fact that some kids were found in literally kidnapped conditions. Like, how are we not addressing this more? What? But yeah, we don't need to get into that because I will actually get ragingly angry. But yeah, screw Oprah. And on that note, do you have anything else? I want to go play Kid Picks.
Yeah, I'm in the mood to do some little art.
Yeah. Now you got me also wanting to bust out my Wii.
Bust it out.
It's in my crawl space downstairs.
I got a Wii. Wii U.
Wii Me.
I want to get a Switch, but I don't have any time to play it.
I miss the DS. Do you remember Nintendogs? No, I know. I'm going back to what you said earlier about the
Did you
DS.
just say you didn't have one?
I didn't have one. I would steal other people's.
Oh. Nintendogs.
Nintendogs, dude.
So good. I had a bunch of Barbie games. And then...
I think there was a sandwich game
Ooh.
that my friend had. I forget what it was.
I was gonna get into the DS, but you said you didn't have one, so I didn't get into it.
We'll get into it.
Oh,
I just
because
didn't
you
have
were
one, I would
talking
steal
about how
it.
you would fill in the screen. There was this thing, I don't remember what it was called, but you could Bluetooth to someone else's DS, and it was basically a chat room.
I was literally just thinking about that. I was about
and
to say.
did you ever fill in the whole thing and then send it?
No, I did not do that, but
Shut
it was
up.
always on the bus. We would enter in chat rooms on the bus, and we would talk to people like in the front, and
That's cool.
that was my very first form of texting.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I should bring in my old DS.
How old
We
were
could
you
look
when
at
you
it.
got your first phone?
15.
I was 16.
Yeah.
It was my 16th birthday present.
I was super old.
I don't know what model of phone it was, but it was a slide keyboard phone with like, if it was all closed, there was like a little bit of a touch screen, but then it would slide open to have the keyboard.
Cool.
I had that thing for over 5 years. I started my business on that phone. My first phone that I got at 16 years old, I started my business on that phone. And of course, like 5 minutes after I started my business, it crapped out on me, so I was panicking because I was like, my clients can't get a hold of me, oh my god.
What did you get after that?
I got a hand-me-down iPhone from a friend of mine.
Do you remember which one it was?
It was huge, like an iPhone 8.
Oh.
Like the massive iPhone 8 Plus or something. It was
Okay.
huge. But the problem was, I went from having a nothing phone and being perfectly content with that, being completely disconnected from all kinds of everything, to going to an iPhone, my very first, switch into smartphone kingdom or whatever, and now I can never go back.
I kind of want to get into having a flip phone or something. I need to delete TikTok. I'm always on it.
My problem is I don't have a TV, I don't do cable, I literally have no idea and no connection with what's going on, which would probably be better because it's really doing a number on my sanity.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like, I kind of feel like I need to know. There's shit going down, dude. There is shit going down. And nobody's talking about it. There are preparations being made for a war we are not prepared for. The government is just doing some really epically shady shit. And nobody really knows about it because nobody's talking about it. It's not getting the coverage it needs. And the whole, Maui is just at the tip of the iceberg, honestly, with everything that's going on. It's all distraction tactics. It's all, here, look over here while we prepare to demolish everything and obliterate you all over here. Just ignore the man behind the screen while we, yeah. So part of me really feels like I do need to kind of disconnect because I just feel so freaking miserable with the fact that I can't do anything, or I feel like I can't do anything. But
what do you think about that alarm that's going to go off today?
Oh, I forgot about it. Thank you for reminding me.
Yep.
Shady shit. That is some shady shit. Damn, I wish we would have mentioned it earlier.
Last week, you mean?
Yeah, or even earlier.
I didn't know about it until like 2 days ago.
Like, this is gonna cause so many problems for so many people. People who have, like, secret phones and stuff. Like, that's...
Well, it's not gonna get out in time, but they say that if you turn your phone all the way off, it isn't supposed to go off.
But when you turn it back on, it might.
Oh.
So you have to still make sure that you're in a safe area before you do. So, yeah, this is gonna come out next week, which really sucks.
Shoot.
I just really hope that people were informed enough to be able to stay safe. God, that kills me. Especially coming off of reading Long Shot. That, honestly, that book was so good. Like, I feel like they did a really good job of, like, respecting women who are in abusive relationships, and, like, how hard it is to get out, especially when you have everything going against you. I think that book did a really good job of respecting the situation and bringing to light the fact that you have no idea what goes on behind closed doors. And the danger that is behind them. Like, it's just, we need to go because now I'm going to rip my hair out. I'm going to stop doing that. Oh my god. Kid picks the mom.
Kid picks.
Laugh or cry at this point. What a pleasant way to end this. I don't know. What do you got, Mary Grace? You got anything?
I'm just nervous for the alarm to go off.
Godspeed, my friends.
I'm not gonna like that. Is it, like, if my TV is off, will it go off on my TV?
People are suspecting that it's going to it might even turn on.
I don't like that.
Well,
That
I don't have a
freaks
TV.
me out.
You could just hang around here until 1:20. I got no TV to go off.
I thought it was at 2.
No, 1:20.
Are you sure?
1:20.
My mom said 2:20.
I heard 1:20.
I have no idea.
I don't know. It's noon.
It's gonna scare me. Even if I'm ready for it, it's gonna freak
When
me out.
you hear the word noon,
Noon.
what time do you think?
12.
Okay.
As opposed to midnight.
I saw a video where this girl, this other podcast, thought 11, and another one thought like anywhere between 11 and 1, and it's like,
It's
no.
just 12 p.m.
It is.
and it's also not 12 a.m.
It's not.
That's midnight.
Is it stupid? Is it childish that I love to say noon 30?
I do that too.
Noon 30? I love it.
Noon 15, whatever it is. Yeah, no, I do the same thing.
I'm not alone in that front then.
Noon.
What is the movie I wanted to watch? Maleficent!
Oh, I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen either of them?
No.
Well, why would you see 2 if you haven't seen 1? They're so good.
I am known to watch the second or last of a series before watching the first.
I've done it. I went to see Winter Soldier before I ever saw the first Captain America, but only because my friend dragged me along to it because her dad wanted to go see it, and I was with them, and I was like, well, I guess we're going to go see it. We actually went to see another movie. Either we went to see Winter Soldier and we snuck into a movie, or we snuck into another movie and then snuck into Winter Soldier. Either way, we snuck into a movie that time.
You can't do that nowadays.
No.
You get kicked out.
Well, it was that way when I did it as well, but we just had to be sneaky about it.
Should I bring in my DS next week?
Yes.
Okay. And I'll try to find, like, maybe my first... Well, like, I had a flip phone when I was, like, a kid, but it wasn't, like... It didn't work. I mean, it turned on, but it didn't, like... It wasn't connected to anything. It was
Okay.
handed down to me, so I, like, have a bunch of voice memos on there that I should bring in.
Did you ever play Space Cadet?
No, what's that?
You didn't play Oh, I got hiccups. Oh, sorry. Space Cadet is like just the online computer game, the pinball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
pinball.
What about Minesweeper? No?
I don't know, though.
I was never good at I never actually played Minesweeper. I would just click around until I died.
Oh, did you have Purple Place?
What?
Purple Place!
Nope.
Oh my god, you're so old.
Excuse me.
I
Did you have
mean-
Millsberry? Millsberry?
No. Did you
What?
do, like, AOL?
Yeah. Yeah.
I knew it. I didn't do that. I didn't have that.
Listen, this is how technologically inept I am. It's been from the very beginning. So everyone on AOL obviously had their usernames,
Uh-oh.
and I have this thing with symmetry. I have to have everything symmetrical. So in elementary school, I was in a thing called Destination Imagination. Our team name was called the DI Dudes, and it was my life. Everything was about DI. And so my user...
Oh, God.
My username on AOL was DI Dude. Except I needed it symmetrical. And so I put, it was capital X, lowercase x, capital DI, both capital, XX, all capital dude, lowercase x, capital X. Okay? Are you seeing this?
That's too many.
Not only is it too many,
But it's also like dicks, dude, isn't it?
my brother came and he was just like, dude, you need to change this. I was like, what? Why? He's like, dicks, dude, are you serious? And in elementary school, back then, that was like, everything was like, oh my god, dicks and penises, blah, blah, blah. Everything was a
How did you not...
Because from the very beginning, I've never been of that mindset. Nothing has ever been, I've never had a sexual mindset in anything, in any capacity. I mean, people would be, you know how bad it is? Do you know how bad it is? Oh my god. In school, when I was in trade school for massage therapy, so I was 20, 21 years old, we have a whole segment in our schooling on how to deal with inappropriate advances. And I didn't register. I mean, like, we were part of the class. The whole introduction was like, okay, now we're gonna have to practice our proper responses on how to deal with situations, how to get out of it safely, how to de-escalate a situation, whatever. And even though I knew that this was the segment of the class, still didn't register. When it was my turn to practice and, like, give an example, my teacher was, you know, giving the example of trying to get additional favors out of the massage. And she would step forward, and I was like, it wasn't registering to me that she was acting like inappropriate advance. I'm literally in the class about how to deal with this, and it's not registering with me.
That's so funny.
Like, how can you be so freaking stupid? Oh my god.
Well, I was that way for a while because I was, like, sheltered, so I didn't know anything.
Oh my god, another one of my friends, senior year of high school, we were at a party or something or other, and we were talking to all our girlfriends, and she was like, yeah, if you guys ever see, like, me in the middle of class with, like, a glazed look over my face, I'm really horny. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, people are like that? Like, I've never, what does that mean? And I'm like, I've never been in, what? How are you like this in the middle of class? Like, are you not just, like, in class? And she's like, no, I'm not paying attention, I'm totally horny. I'm like, wait, what? I don't get it. I don't understand when people are flirting with me because I'm just not in that mindset ever.
I've never understood it. I never do.
I don't get it. How did we get on this conversation?
DS.
Dicks, dude. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I asked you if you did AOL.
Yeah. Yep.
I didn't do that.
No?
I had Skype. I used to Skype with my friends.
I remember when Skype first came out and, like, was the big thing to do. I never did it. My brother had a MySpace. I never had a MySpace. I could have, but I just didn't bother with it.
I didn't know about MySpace until, like, a few years ago. From right now.
Oh, really?
I didn't even know it was a thing.
Yeah. MySpace was mad cruel. You had a list of, like, your top 8 friends, and then if you had any kind of petty argument, you got bumped down the list, and everyone could see it. How mean is
so
that?
Awkward.
So,
That's
just
so
crazy
bad.
cruel.
No, I had Skype, and then my school ended up using this website for,
Wait,
like...
you say Skype like it's no longer a thing.
I had Skype.
Do you no longer have Skype? Do you not use it?
No, I just use, like, FaceTime.
Is that not, like, the same thing?
No, like, I'm talking about the app itself, Skype.
I guess I
Like
never
the
use
Skype
it.
app?
Yeah, I know, but it's the same thing. Is it not? I never really used it.
As far as video chatting, I don't use Skype anymore. I use FaceTime
Okay.
on the iPhone.
I gotta burp again.
Go for it.
Ew. Oh, it's just a hiccup. Okay.
Oh, some Taylor Swift information.
I don't care.
Okay.
If you want to talk about it.
I just think it's interesting.
What? Dating Kelsey? What's his face?
Yeah, so in my class last week, we were talking about how before, when you typed in to Google, like, Taylor Swift slut, obviously it would come up about her being however she is. Now she came out with a song called Slut, so that when you type in Taylor Swift slut, the song comes up. So
She rickrolled him.
now, if you type in Taylor Swift jets, before it would be about her jet emissions, but now it's about her being at the Chiefs-Jets game.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, do we think this was on purpose? It's like the same thing of, like, Walt Disney. Before, when you typed in Walt Disney Frozen, it'd be like, because his head is frozen, but now it's the movie Frozen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, was this on purpose?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Okay. I can kind of get behind that. I think I'm no Taylor fan, but it's only simply because I don't like her voice. Okay? She's got talent. She's figured out the algorithm of gaining all kinds of publicity and great, like, that's awesome for her. I don't know her personally, so I can't say anything against her personally. But I will say, I don't understand why everybody's been calling her a slut. She is how old is she now?
35, probably.
Something or other. And she's had how many boyfriends? She's had a completely and totally reasonable, if not even under reasonable, amount of relationships. She's not a slut, folks. Like, I don't know.
And I think she's like fairly like physically reserved as far as like her outfits and like her performance and stuff. I feel like is not even
she is
inappropriate.
She is not anywhere. She is nothing that I would ever imagine being labeled a slut.
I think people just hate her. So that's what
freshman year, you know how I became friends with a couple of my guy friends now. My freshman year, I sat in front of these two guys in my science class, first period science class. They would throw things at me and call me slut. And we became good friends.
Why?
Because they knew I wasn't.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Yeah. They even down the hall. There'd be teachers in the hall. I'd be at one end, they'd be at a complete opposite end. And he would just scream, "Slut!" And I just knew he was talking about me and I'd wave. And teachers stand right there.
Oh my god, that's so mean.
Yeah. And then I remember getting in trouble one time because, like I said, they sat behind me in my science class, and we had those, science desks or whatever, and so I would swivel my stool, and I would lean on my desk and be looking back at them and, like, talking and everything, but pretend I'm just kind of, like, awkwardly sitting there playing with my hair, and, like, and I got yelled at, and I tried to cover it up. I was like, "Teacher, I'm just, like, playing with my hair," and he's like, "Play with your hair this way."
I love that. Oh my god, I was always on my phone in school, but I remember this one time I was genuinely just like buttoning my sleeve or something, but I was like, it was in my lap, and the professor called me out, the teacher, called me out, and I'm like, I held up my hand, like, I'm innocent, I swear, I'm not even on my phone this time.
I would always get in trouble for reading in class.
This is why I don't read. It's
Why?
not really, but I'm going to tell this traumatic story. I was in math class, and I was reading The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Oh, so good.
So good, right? So she was like, okay, everybody do number 6, and then we'll go over it. So I did it in like 2 seconds, and I was done. And I looked around, everybody was still working on it. So I like wanted to finish like the paragraph I was on or whatever, so I just like opened it, I was like reading at my desk. And the teacher comes over, and she puts her hand out, like, without saying anything, but her face was like, give me the book. And I, like, was like, okay. And I, like, went to put my bookmark in it, and she grabbed it, slammed it in my face, like, slammed it closed, and walked over to her desk, slammed it on the desk, and was like, ugh. And everybody was just, like, turned and looked at me, and I'm like, what just happened? She emailed my mom, and my mom didn't know the situation, but told my therapist about it. So when I went to therapy, I was in trouble. And then I explained the situation, and they were like, oh, like, you were just reading? Like, they thought I was, like, disrupting class and stuff. I was literally just reading it. Oh my god. Traumatic.
I would have lost my shit.
It was so unnecessary. I was, like, I was gonna give the book to her. I literally went to put my bookmark in it, and she grabbed it and, like, closed it in my face.
I would have lost it, dude. There's just a thing. I'm like, I don't care. I think I've said it before. I do not care what your position is. I don't care how much authority you think you have. That does not automatically gain you respect. That does not automatically mean that you're allowed to treat people like shit like that. You're allowed to disrespect other people just because you think you're in a position of authority. If anything, that requires you to have more respect and be a better person because you have the power to use your power unwisely. You have the responsibility, with great responsibility comes great whatever. I totally butchered that. But
with great responsibility comes great whatever.
Listen, I'm all fired up now, and I'm like, but no, that irks me to my freaking core, and I know.
And I had to go at the end of the day to get it back.
I'm like, that's your property.
She kept it for the rest of the day.
No, I would have lost it. I would have marched myself down to the principal's office, like, fire this bitch, because I'm not having that kind of stuff. My biggest thing was, like, my Spanish teacher, no idea how he freaking got tenured. Because my mom just told me a story about this time that somebody had a Spanish sentence or something or paragraph on their phone, and they asked him to translate it. He couldn't translate it. We went to ASL. Everything's in ASL. The best way to learn is to immerse yourself in it. He never once spoke a single lick of Spanish. Not a thing. Not a thing of Spanish. And he didn't even teach. I asked him what, I was like working on a worksheet or something, and I was really confused about something because he never taught anything. And I asked him a question. All he did was walk to the back of the book, grab a Spanish book, and drop it on my desk and walked away.
What?
Why are you freaking here? Why are you getting paid if you're not going to do anything? Why am I not having a free time that I could teach myself Spanish? If you're literally asking me to teach myself Spanish here, why are you here? I was so freaking mad. And then this other time, I hate this man. Oh, I freaking hate this man. We were on a field trip or something. We were gone for most of the day. I was told we were not having the period that I had Spanish. I was told we were not having the class. I didn't have my stuff with me. The class was like half over anyway when we got there. But he still wanted us to like pull things out and whatever. And I told him, I was like, I was informed by staff, by your peers, like I was told by teachers.
People.
Yeah, I was told by your people that we were not having this class, so I do not have my stuff. And he just like, okay. He walks back over to his desk, and the way his class was set up, that there was like a daily entry, like a question, and that you answer the questions, and then randomly throughout the semester he'll say, you know, bonus question. And you'll get bonus points if you have the questions answered and you get it. Well, I didn't have her squeaky voice. I did not have my binder with me that had all of the answers to the questions on it. And now the thing with this class, though, is if he does a bonus question, it's for all the classes. And so I had it a little bit later in the day, and so I would hear from other people that he's doing a bonus question, so I knew to make sure to have all my bonus questions answered. We were gone for most of the day. There was no class or anything. He did it just to spite me. I'm 100% sure he did it just to spite me, because I told him I don't have my stuff with me. He does a bonus question. We were the only class of the entire day to do a bonus question because he did it to spite me. And the problem with that, even worse than him just doing it to spite me, I hated the guy anyway. He was out to get me, whatever. Didn't care about that. But people had been arriving back from the field trip at different times. Another one of my classmates was on a different bus, and she got back later. And then she found out that we did a bonus question, and she's like, well, can I do it now? And he's like, no. So not only did he did it just to spite me, and then he screwed other people out of getting bonus points because he didn't even wait for everybody to get there. I'm like, if that's not literally the most petty, disgusting thing a teacher could do, and he was my Spanish teacher in high school. He was married to my 7th grade English teacher, and there was another girl in my art class who used to babysit for their kids, and she would say all the time, even on school nights, they would come home 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, high as freaking kites, on a school night. And I'm not surprised at all, because my 7th grade teacher, she was a freaking dingbat. She was a spaz. And so, yeah, she was probably high most of the time she was there. And then somehow he gets tenured in for a class that he can't even freaking teach. I hated that man. He is on my list of, my top 5 list of people if I could delete off the face of the earth. He's number 1. I hated that. For 3 years I had to put up with that man. I hated him. I still do. There's very few people that I genuinely hate, and he's one of them. Anyway, now that got out of the way. We need to leave, because now it's late. It's really late. This is a long-ass episode. Because
we're going to be cutting stuff out of this one.
Yeah. Got a whole lot of splicing and dicing to do. Is that another sneeze? Is that a sneeze coming?
No.
Get us together over there.
It was going to be, though.
Ew.
Sorry.
Time to play with kid pics. Alright, folks. That was a bunch of nonsense.
That was definitely something.
That was a whole lot of something or other. Talk at you next week.
We'll talk at you.
Maybe we'll have a little bit more composure.
It's been a time. Good talking to you. Thank you guys for 100 listens.
Yeah. Now let's get to 100 listeners on a weekly basis.
Let's get to the top.
Up to the top. Huma huma nuka nuka appa wa'a.
Makiki malahini hoo.
Alright. Talk at you next week. Bye.
Bye.